right, folks. Wow, I can barely hear anything. Hold on. Check. Check, 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 check. 3, 2, 1. Maybe I had the volume too low on it. That should be better. All right. Welcome, everyone. Hoping the audio is coming through clear. This is Coffee and Charts, volume 28. Volume 28. I turned the microphone down because I don't know if that causes distortion on this software or not. Seems like sometimes it pops. So I've been playing around with it, trying to get the levels right and all of that. Because my OCD is in effect at all times. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. So this is Friday, September 17th. I got me a good cup of Joe. It's good. It's delicious, actually. So if you don't have no coffee, get you some iced coffee or iced tea. I had a smoothie earlier. It was awesome. Shout out to Smoothie King. They know what they doing over there. What? Yo, hold on. All right. So this is I wanted to make sure that I did some content before the weekend. If you guys did not check out the podcast from yesterday, y'all gotta watch that. Have to watch it. It was very powerful and it was very necessary, I must say. Oh, excuse me. And a lot of you needed to hear what was being said on the podcast yesterday. In all seriousness, topic covered why you should stop over trading. Even with like what I'm doing right now, this is market observation. I'm not here looking for a trade. What I am doing is I am observing the market and waiting to see if a trade will come as a result of stability being present in the market. So in other words, I'm not waiting to see if a trade comes at all. What I'm waiting to see and what I want to identify and recognize is that the market is stable. So the very first indication that we will look for is a range. And even before I do that, as you guys make sure, make sure that you like and share the video. Make sure that if you're on Facebook, you follow the TeamAlliance page. If you are on YouTube, subscribe to the channel Also turn on your bell notifications. And if you're on Twitter, be sure to like and share the video and then retweet. All right. For any of you who are new to the platform, this is funny. How will they know, huh? Yeah, they ain't gonna know unless you tell them. Ain't nobody gonna know. What was I about to say? Forgot what I was just saying. I forgot what the hell I was just saying just now. Damn. Oh, for those of you new to the platform, for folks who are new to this content and new like to NADEX, if this is your first time watching my content here at TeamAlliance, what it is that we do is we build and develop market skill, and we apply that on the NADEX Trading Platform at the professional level in order to basically build an online trading business, build a professional trading career, and become profitable traders. That's ultimately what it is that we do. Trading in general has like, like a stigma to it because people misuse and abuse trading in general. For one, they don't become, you know, skilled in the market. They just jump into or onto a platform and start trading. Some of them might buy some type of signal service or some type of strategy. They jump on the platform and start trading. People really don't take the time to not only become educated, but they don't take the time to become skilled. They do not take the time to become skilled. And as a result of this, people have a hard time and people often are not profitable. And I would say way more often than not. Understand, just so that we are clear on what profitable means, I'm going to define what unprofitable means. Winning sometimes is unprofitable. If you're not winning consistently, you're not profitable. So you being or having a misconception about your actual results, it will keep you in the same loop forever. In other words, you'll think that you're making money. You'll think that you're profitable because you're winning some trades. But until you're winning your trades consistently and you're earning from all of the trades that you take, until you're at that point, until you are aware of the market to the point where you understand the nature of the market's movement, meaning that there's certain behavior that the market does, and you understand what that behavior is. For example, the market being unstable, that's behavior. The market being stable, that's behavior. What's the difference? How do you interpret the market's movement to the point where you understand that the market is made up of multiple layers that will equate to stability? You can have one, you can have two or three. You can have one or you can have all. trading just based off of one layer of stability will require that you're more precise and more in tune with that level of stability so that you know that the market is stable enough for your trade to be successful, which is why we don't rely just on one layer of stability. We utilize multiple layers of stability. Now, what do I mean when I say layers? There are more than one perspective of stable movement in the market. For example, ranged, right? When you hear me say range, what I'm making reference to is the size of the candles on the platform. So let me just do my basic education for those of you that are new. And, I like to do this just so that I can have context for what I want to get into during this live. See these blue and red candles on the chart? These candles represent price movement. Each candle represents 60 seconds. The longer the candle is, the more movement there was during that 60-second period. The longer the candle is, the more distance there is during that 60-second period. Distance meaning, if, for example, let's look at where we are right now. This candle opened up at 1.17328, right? That's where it started. It ended at 1.17302. That is 26 micropips. 26. That's a long candle. That's why the candle's so long. There's 26 units of measurement from the top to the bottom of the candle. So you see how long the candle is? So that's the length of the candle. It's the distance of the movement. Hold on. It's the distance of the movement. So because you are looking at that and you're considering that, you are automatically at an advantage, because not knowing it leaves you at a disadvantage. Why am I saying that? The more distance that you have in the movement during a 1 minute period or 60-second period, the more potential there is for unstable movement. Whoa. This is why when people trade during volatility, and volatility is another name for these big ass candles that you see. When you see big candles, I mean, there's candles that are even bigger than these. But I'm just using right now as an example because these candles are too big also. But anyway, when you have all of that distance in the movement, it leaves room for unstable movement to come into the market. Just like what you're seeing now. Did you just see that? Look at this. Let me zoom in. You just saw this? This candle right here where the mouse is. Now let's look at what just happened. A few seconds ago, this candle was red. Now the candle's blue. Anytime you see the candle change color, it means that it is not stable. The movement. Look at what it did. It opened up 1.17307. It went down first. It went down to 1.17293. Right? So it went down by, what's 07 minus 93? 16? Is that 16? Yeah. Went down by 16 micropips first. Then it came up. It went from 07, went from 93, went back to 07. And when it went above 07, the color of the candle changed from red to blue, because now it's going in the opposite direction of where it started. If it started at 07, if it goes to 08, the candle turns blue. As long as it's at 07 or under, the candle would be red. So the candle turned blue because it went above 07. It went as high as 18. No, excuse me, 15. So it went from 7 to 15. So it went down by 16. And then when it came back to 07, it went up by another 8. Went from 7 to 15. So what's 8 and 16? 24. So that's a 24 micro pip move from top to bottom. But it's not just a move from one point to the other. It started here, went down, and then went up. So you see what happens when the market has all of that movement in it. It leaves the potential for that. That's called reversal energy. Reversal energy is another name for instability. Market's not stable. If it's reversing during the candle or during the 60-second period, clearly the market don't know which direction it really wants to move in. It's starting out going one way, ends up going the other way. And then there are variations of the reversal energy. So sometimes a reversal will be clean, where it'll start out, go one way, and then go the other way. And when it goes the other way, it stays there. And then sometimes the market is so unstable, it'll go one way, go the other way, then come back and go back in the original direction. So it'll be doing like this. So there are levels. Again, not only are there layers of stability, there's layers of instability. Now, we don't have to really concern ourselves with all of the layers of instability, because just knowing the basic levels of instability is enough. You know that if there's any reversal energy whatsoever, the market is not stable. There's no debating or question about that. So anytime you are in observation, you're looking at what the market is doing. The market is telling you what it's doing. Market is saying, I'm stable, or market saying, nah, I'm not stable, and here's why. And in either instance, you should be able to recognize the why. So just like when you see the market is stable, well, why is it stable? Well, because there's no reversal energy. Okay, why else is it stable? Well, because it's in a range. What does that mean? You don't have these big moves. You don't have these large candles. You don't have all of this distance in the movement. You don't have all of this length in the candle. The candles are smaller. So instead of being 26 micro pips, it's 4. It's 3, 2. See the difference? So this is how you can never mess up the process that we use, because our process makes the clear distinction between what it is and what it ain't. How big is the candles? Oh, I'm seeing most candles about 6 or 7 micro pips. Too big. Look again. How big are the candles? Oh, they about 5, 6. Too big. You look again. How big are the candles? I'm seeing candles around 3 or 4. Okay. How many of them are there? There's about 5 or 6. Look at the last 10 to 15 candles. Out of the 10 to 15 candles, are the 5 or 6 smaller candles the majority or the minority? Oh, I'm still seeing, there was bigger candles. There's more bigger candles than smaller candles. Okay, so we still ain't there yet. However, we're transitioning because you got the smaller candles. You see what I just did? This is how our mind processes the information that we take in from observation. This is what we're doing. So when we look at the market, this skill allows us to know at what layer the stability is that is present in the market. What layer is there? Well, candles are staying in the box. Yeah, that's a layer. Is that enough? Well, if you got 6 and 7 micro pip candles inside the box, I would say no. But if you got 3 and 4 micro pip candles inside the box, you might have 2 layers of stability present, right? See? So you see what I just did again? So we're able to process all of this information by looking. So just simply by observing, our skill set is made manifest on the chart without even trying. You see what I'm doing? You see how I keep moving the box? Now, those of you who are trained, you'll know why I'm moving the box. Newer folks, they like, yeah, what's that box about? And as you watch and you tune into these live streams and into the live market observations or coffee and charts, as you tune into these observations, you start to understand why I'm moving the box. And it starts making a hell of a lot of sense. It's like, oh, wow. Okay. So I heard you say, Mark, that the box represents the area between 2 strike prices. Exactly. And if it's the area between 2 strike prices, you know that if the market is inside of that box, that the market is staying contained within 2 strikes. Why is that important? Well, because the strikes represent the price levels of the binaries. That's where the market needs to remain in order for your trade to win. So if the behavior in the market that's present is already showing you that that's what it's doing, does that give you some type of advantage? Of course it does. And that's why we wait for that what? Behavior. And not only do we wait for that, but that's the prerequisite before we even consider trading. See? So on top of that, then the trade actually has to come to us. So everything that I'm kind of going through is just letting you know that all of the components of our process put together is the reason why we will remain consistent when we trade, meaning that we will win our trades. Now, that's the first part. That's the first part. So when you train here at TA, you learn the process, you're learning how to apply the process, but more importantly, you're developing the mindset so that you apply the process and nothing else. You need patience and discipline to apply this process. You need patience and discipline to observe. You need patience and discipline to not trade. See? Because if you jump to the trading part, what you're doing is you're looking for trades now. We're not in trade mode. Our whole mindset is exactly what I've been describing this entire time as far as observation. What we're looking at in the market, that's the mindset that we have. Market mode. See? Observation. We're looking. We're just watching. And we're waiting. See? So this whole notion of waiting for a trade is false. That's not what we're waiting for. We don't care about a trade. Y'all keep up with me. The trade is of the least importance. What's of most importance are the layers of stability. We need to know the market is already stable. Listen to me. Check this out. The market has to already have stable movement present before we move on to anything else that we're looking at. So before we start applying, the parameters for validating an entry, before we get to that, the structure of our observation, it falls in line with the structure of the actual market. This is so powerful. Y'all gotta, man, listen. The structure of our observation is an exact match to the structure of how the market produces stability. The first indication of stability is range. That's the first thing we look for. First thing we look for. Once we have range, then we know that we're looking to see if the market is moving and holding when it does move. So is it remaining after each move? It moves and then it remains there? Is it doing that? Because if it's remaining there, then that means it's respecting some type of barrier. And here comes the barriers. So now if you have barrier and range, you automatically have move and hold because the barrier is the hold. The barrier holds the market. So when it moves, it holds where? At the barrier. It's respecting that level. And when it does this throughout multiple candles, that's what we call a cluster. So this is how the cluster is created. It's because the barrier is being respected. See, this is what you learn here. This is what you learn here. And this is not something that I just made up. This is what the market does. Do y'all understand that you guys are learning a skill set that is an exact match to what the market actually does? So the way you look at the market is exactly what the market does. So it's just all it has been is a process of reverse engineering what the market does. That's all I've done. So now when I explain it and break it down, you know I'm right. Because when you look at the market, you see it for yourself. Wow. Look at what it's doing. Like perfect example. Look at the market right now. The market is in the box. It's just staying in the box. Like, wow. It's amazing how the market's just staying in that box right there. Exactly. Exactly. That's one of the layers of stability. Now, there are other layers that we also need to have, and we know that. So as the market is transitioning into the other layers, we may see one of the layers present. Market remaining in the box for a period of time, that's a layer. So when you see these things happening and unfolding, it starts to click for you and you start to make sense out of everything that the market is doing. So now the market is not this crazy thing to you anymore. You don't look at the market like, oh man, market is crazy, man. Market, take your money. That's how people that don't know what they're doing talk. You see, professionals don't talk like that. And what you're learning is how to operate at a professional level in the market. Because that's what we do. We're professional traders. See, you don't come here and get a strategy or a signal. That's not what this is. Here you're learning how to become a professional trader. That's what you're learning here. That's what you're learning here. So as you're learning that, you're starting to make sense out of, and you're starting to understand this market, which is this thing that scares everybody. Average person is scared to death of the market. People out here scared to trade with one contract. Oh my God. Oh man. Scared. And what it is you're scared of the market. See, you're not scared of trading. It's easy to trade. 5-minute binaries run 23 hours a day on this platform. 276 opportunities every day from Monday to Thursday. Friday, the market closes at 4 o'clock and then it reopens on Sunday evening at 6. So with the exception of Friday and Sunday, and of course Saturday, the market is closed. The other 4 days, Monday to Thursday, market is open 23 hours a day on this platform with 5-minute binaries, 276 opportunities over 4 days. That's over 1,000 opportunities a week. Over 1,000. And the skill set that you're learning has you in position to only really, if realistically, if you ended up only in one profitable trade each week, you're financially free. You are financially free, period. Why? Well, on this platform, we can scale up. We can increase the contract size for the same trade. Hold on. See, some of y'all don't understand what I'm saying until I start to talk like this. Listen to what I just said. You can increase the contract size for the same trade. So the same way that you enter into one trade and you win, it wouldn't have mattered if you had one contract or you had 100 contracts on that one trade. Whatever the market did, it would have done either way. It's not a different thing going on because you trade more contracts. It's the same thing going on as if you were trading one contract. Are y'all listening? It's the same outcome. Don't matter how many contracts you trade. So that means you can scale up with confidence, because if the process allows you to consistently trade profitably, increase your contracts. That's what we do. This is how within 30 trades, we can put ourselves in position to be financially free. In 30 trades. In 30 trades, you put yourself in position to make $5,000 a week. You do one a week, that's 30 weeks. How long is 30 weeks? That's about 7 months. So you're telling me in 7 months, you can go from being introduced to this platform and learning a skill set to apply on the platform, right? Through TA, because this is where the skill set is. You can do that. And then you can take your time, go slow, and in 7 months, become financially free. Mind you, and I didn't even mention this part, when you start, you're going to start with $100 with one contract. So all you have is one contract, your $100 in your account, and your skill set. And you just chill, relax, take your time, one a week. Like I'm helping you guys to visualize what happens. This is what will happen if you just take your time and chill. Some of y'all got the day traders mentality. Y'all think y'all supposed to be trading every day. You don't got to trade every day. What month are we in now? September? 7 months ago was February. So if you started in February, right now you would be in position. Understand what I'm saying? So let's say you started training last year. Christmas comes, Thanksgiving comes, New Year's come. January, February. February, you start actually applying the skill that you learned last year. Yeah, I'm going to start, man. I'm going to go for it. Excellent. Let's go. You know how to record. You record every one of your trades. You record your observations. You share with the group. See, like I'm laying it out so you understand what to do. This is what you do when you join this training. Record. That's number one. There should be a recording for every trade you take. Period. And no exceptions. Oh, I didn't record that one. Sometimes I'll hear people say, "Oh yeah, I got that one too, but I don't have a recording for it." Well, if you don't have a recording for it, then you ain't getting the shit. Only you know that you got it. I'll see people do that sometimes. Someone will post in a group and it'll be a trade. And then someone else will say, "Oh yeah, I jumped into that one too." Where's your recording? See? Professional. Everything I give you is so that you become professional at this. But you have to apply what I'm giving you. Don't just be willy-nilly and just flapping in the wind. Focus. This ain't nothing to play with. Don't you realize that what I just explained as far as one trade a week, you know what that means financially when you're in position? What's 5,000 a week over the course of a year? That's $250,000. Who makes $250,000? Your doctor, your lawyer. Who else makes that much? Some type of engineer? Huh? I don't even. I forgot how much the people in Congress make. Let me look this up for a minute, because, like, yeah, I want y'all to understand what y'all are doing here. Let me see something. Average salary, members of Congress. Average salary for members of Congress. Look at this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. Just look at this. What I just say. One trade a week, $250,000 a year. Senators make 174. Hold on. The majority leader makes 193. So you telling me you gonna make more money than the majority leader of the Senate? All right, I'll be back. Dom DeMarco. Had to walk off. You're lucky I ain't just end just end it. I should have just ended it. I should have just ended it. But do one more. All right. Well, if you average 2 trades a week, you make more money than the president. All right, I'm done. I'm finished. I'm finished. I'm done. Mm-mm-mm. All right, let me come in the comments. I like this. I sit alone in my 4-corner room staring at candles. At night I can't sleep. I toss and turn. It's that ghetto boys. All right. Walker says, I've got into the habit of keeping the strikes off the screen until the candles move within one zone of strikes. I automatically know that no strikes equals phase 1 unconfirmed. Very good, Walker. Very good. Oh, excuse me. Angel, like fishing, you don't pull up the boat and jump into the water swimming trying to catch fish. You flow through observing the surface to see where they feed. The fish will tell you when, where, and how. Very good. It's like the analogy of the bear and the salmon. Y'all ever see when salmon spawn, they swim upstream. So literally they are jumping up. Like they like to, for whatever reason, they like to move to higher ground, but they still in the water. They just want to be at a higher place. I don't know why. I guess they like, yeah, we want to go to the upstairs bedroom. But anyway, salmon, they swim upstream to spawn, to reproduce, right? Now, bears that are in the know, what they do, spawning season comes for the salmon, they go stand in the river. Just stand there. They stand there just like this. And when the salmon jump up, they catch salmon and go eat it and keep it moving. So they don't got to do nothing except stand there. And they just let the salmon jump right up to them. Dinner's served. That's what it's like. See? Knowing, because the bear knows, all right, it's spawning season for these little fish. Let me go over here and stand in this river real quick and get something to eat. Now, mind you, the food is literally coming to the bear. That's how we moving. That's how we're moving. Paylists, people try to predict the bear because of FOMO, because there's so many markets. It's a waiting game, not a trading game. Very good. Straight fire as always. Yep. You blamed your wife? Oh, shit. Yep. Be the bear. Look at Ron was like, yeah, he out. He's out of here. He's out of here. Mm-mm-mm. The original inventor of the drive-through. Winner, winner, salmon dinner. There you go. Yeah, this is what we're doing right here. Look at this. All facts. All facts. Knowledge from millionaire power moves. Yeah, so like I don't think that people realize. So this is why yesterday in the podcast I was talking about over trading, because I'm like, you're over trading? Why? Like, slow down. I had a whole project called Slow and Steady, which was a repeat of Project 21. 21 trades, 21 weeks. Slow down. I had, because when I originally did Project 21, I just did it fast. It might have been 30 days, something like that. I'm like, nah, let me stop. Let me stop doing that, because I don't want you guys to feel like you're under the pressure to do that. And what's crazy is that some of you still would be trading way too often. Y'all are trading every day. And you're doing it sneakily because you're not recording them and you ain't telling nobody, but you be doing it. And it's like, well, why are you doing that? You don't need that. All you need is to focus on developing your skill set in perpetuity, continuously. That's it. This way, you have the skill and you take your time and you slow down and relax. Be the bear that's waiting for the salmon to jump. Observe, wait for the market to stabilize, wait for the layers of stability to be present, and wait for the trade to come. And I guarantee you, if you do that, you're going to average like 1 or 2 trades every week. Just that. Take your time. Slow down. Slow down. What some of y'all need to do is, when you get a trade for the week, log out and don't log back in that week. Don't log in again until next week. Like, I'm giving you little stuff to do that will slow you down. Because what this does is it conditions you to be in that mind frame so that you let that money come to you. See, when you wait and you relax, you're never in a rush. You're waiting for the layers of stability to be present, and you're waiting for that trade to come. When it does, boom, you cash in. And you'll see how I've operated with the challenges and with the projects. When my trade is complete, what do? I go right in and change the number of contracts for the next trade. So on that next trade, it's going to be at the new contract level, according to the spreadsheet. I don't have to wonder about it. Next trade is going to be at that contract level, period. Professional. Business mode. See? So it's like you're allowing your skill to run on autopilot and to carry you through the financial freedom. Come on, like, come on, man. That's all we doing. That's all we doing. So you gotta just let it be. Let it be. You don't have to listen. You don't have to force what you have. Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. See, you're developing the skill. You got the skill. What you don't have yet is the patience. That's why I keep telling you to focus on your mindset. See, your mindset is gonna force you to develop patience. That's why I said you get your one trade, log out, and your trade better be recorded too. Don't slack, and don't front either, because you can't fool yourself. See, you might be able to fool us, and you're really not fooling us. You're definitely not fooling me. I know what you're doing. That's why I call y'all out on the podcast. And y'all swear I'm talking to you directly. Yeah, because I know that you're doing the bullshit. Damn, how you know I was doing it? Well, I didn't say your name. I don't have to. but I'm describing your behavior, ain't I? Hitting that shit on the head. Like, damn, he's right, man. Shit. How you know what I be doing? He must have a camera in here looking at me. Nope. All I got is the vibe. That's it. And I listen to the vibe. The vibe tell me what y'all be doing. Vibe be telling me, man. Like, yeah, Mark, they doing some more bullshit. Gotta get on the podcast. Gotta get on the podcast. And another podcast will pop up. Yeah, I think I'll probably do another one next week because there's some more bullshit that I gotta address. But see, understand, like, it's important that you get reprimanded for bad behavior. It's just like a kid. You know, you let your kid start wilding out, doing dumb shit, they'll keep doing that dumb shit, and then they start doing more dumb shit. Next thing you know, they're just doing dumb shit. And you're like, who is this? Like, you don't even recognize your own child because you ain't nipped that shit in the bud early. As soon as I detect that my kids be acting stupid, I'm on their ass immediately. You ain't gonna be doing that here. Nope. Just like my kids, they got this thing with talking back. Like, they not from, you know, like my generation. When I was a kid, you could not talk back. The reason you couldn't talk back is because your mother fist is already in your mouth as soon as you thought about talking back. Before you even got the words out, up, smacked in the jaw, hit in the throat. You ever catch it? You about to say some slick shit back before you get a chance to say it? Well, what I was, that's what we used to get. Come on, man. I used to get slapped outside. Come on, man. See, y'all don't know nothing about that. My kids don't know nothing about that. And when I tell them, they don't believe me. I'm like, ask your grandmother. Ask her. Yeah, I used to get a beating outside in front of my friends. Being disrespectful. I remember one time I had said something slick back to my mother, and I was like far away. So I'm thinking she didn't hear me. She heard me. And one of my friends was like, "Oh, your mom is calling you." I'm walking with my friends. I'm thinking we about to go to the store or whatever. I had to leave them. So I was like, yo, wait for me. So I turn around, go back to where my mother's at. My friends are waiting now. Now, had I known what was going to happen, I wouldn't have told them to wait because they waited and they saw what happened to me. But anyway, so I go to my mom. I'm thinking it's all good. I'm over there, you know. Oh, yeah, I'm going to the store, blah, blah, blah. As soon as I walked over there, pow. I heard you. I always hear you. She slapped me into the next week. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I looked back to see if they saw. They saw. And it was like, oh, damn. Better you than me, bro. See, that's how we used to be dealt with. Slaps. See? So that's why I refer to the market as slapping you, because that's the cloth I came from. I came from getting a beating and getting disciplined like that. You see what I'm saying? That's why these kids today is soft to me. I'm like, y'all are soft. You don't get hit. You don't get nothing. We used to get our ass beat for being disrespectful. Today, y'all can talk and y'all talking about you're gonna call this person and do this and really? Come on now. Like stop it. Knock it off. Kids today be talking about they're gonna call the police on you. You gonna call the police on who? The minute you call them, they taking you. They ain't gonna take me. They're gonna take you. But anyway, see, so it's like a whole different dynamic. Whole different dynamic, man. These kids today is soft. But anyway, yeah, like even with my kids, I don't let them get away with too much. So as soon as I see that behavior, I catch it, and I just figure out different ways to deal with them as far as discipline. I don't be smacking them all, in their mouth and all that, even though I want to, but I don't do that. But there's worse things than a slap. I take your iPhone, slap. Unplug your TV, slap. See, shit like that. You got to know how to rearrange the discipline. That's all. So hopefully that was helpful. Yeah, see, Chip know what I'm talking about. Right, you got slapped before you got slapped. Oh, snap. That is funny. This is why mindset is so key, because seers don't believe until they see, but believers see. If you never done it, you don't think it's real, so you approach it from your mind frame of fear. And that equals overtrading. Very well said. Very well said. Walker says consolidate equals slow down. I'm good with that. Waiting for the dominant slow behavior to be visually present and obvious without interacting with the charts. Keeps me in pure observation mode. Bingo. He says moving the box for me is more of a phase. A phase one confirmed activity. But when there's nothing to do, I literally do nothing. There we go. There we go. Yeah, the vibe definitely be snitching. Vibe be telling on y'all. Yep. Yeah, definitely old school. Definitely old school. Yep, shut up before I give you something to cry for. All of that. All of that. Change that face before I change it for you. Yeah, see, this is what it is. This is what it is. Just like your mama ain't play, the market don't play. That's what it is. Look at oh shit. Pal, so this is what next Tuesday look like. Look, Forrest know what I'm talking about. Beat until you couldn't cry. Gasping for breath. That's that hard cry where the cry don't come out. You just got the cry, the permanent cry face. Just you trying to push the cry out, it won't come out. Yes, your whole soul be hurt. That's what it is. You used to get your soul beat. JT, it ain't nothing to do in the market until there's something to do. And even at that time, there's nothing to do. Just because something is being done doesn't mean it was a productive action. Exactly. Bingo. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. Walker said his mother had the rod of correction with the words engraved under his authority. That reminded me of my father's belt. How many of y'all had a father that used to have his belts on the top of the headboard? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Old school country ass fathers. He used to have mad belts on the headboard. I'm like, why you got the belts on the headboard? And one day I found out why he had them up there. Yep. Found out the hard way. Oh yeah, definitely. What? Yeah. My mother would have been locked up for sure. My grandmother too. Yeah, they just would have been in jail. Yeah, definitely. It was child abuse. It was. No, but I mean, realistically, see, the thing about it is that, you know, well, your parents don't have the right to hit you like that. Well, you don't have the right to act stupid in here. You don't have the right to tell me shit. I feed you, clothe you. I brought you into the world. What are you telling me? See, there's a certain level of respect that needs to be there. I've accomplished a lot. You here. That's my accomplishment. You need to respect that, bro. That's it. Oh, well, you need to respect me first. I don't need to do shit. You understand? I don't need to do none of that. You need to do it. And see, until we hear, and this is just a conversation between parent and child. This is what makes me the parent and you the child. It's simple. And see, that respect you'll carry with you through life. And that be the problem. People don't be having that respect for their parents because they think that all of this new era shit is relevant to parenting. And it ain't. That shit is bullshit, man. That's bullshit. You ain't got no rights. We talking about child rights. Not when I'm taking care of you. It'd be different if now, don't get me wrong. They are abusive situations. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about regular discipline and respect. That right there needs to be there. As a child, you need discipline. And you need to learn how to have respect. Just like manners. That bothers me when children don't have manners. When you in the presence of adults and you don't say, hello, sir, ma'am, whatever. You need to speak, first of all. When somebody speaks to you, you talk back to them. Respect. Manners. Like, these kids don't have no manners or nothing. They just mad disrespectful today. That shit gets on my nerves. Gets on my nerves, man. Like, I don't have patience for, especially other people's kids. I'm like, you clearly ain't getting no home training. You're going to live in my house. Like, I dare you to talk back to me. You won't eat tonight. How about that? Go figure it out. Go outside. Figure it out. Talking to me like you crazy. There it is. There it is. Fear of God. Yep. Yeah, get hit with the remote. All of that. The phone receiver. I got hit with the dish rag. Yeah, whatever they had in their hand. Yep, all that. Switch. Look, Mel used to catch it. Come on now. See, this is old school shit. But if you notice, look at everybody that's a part of TA. Everybody that's in TA came from that cloth. Yeah, notice that? See? So there's a reason. It made everyone better. It didn't make us worse. This generation, I feel bad for. I'm like, yo, y'all don't have no discipline at all. Like, y'all out of control. Y'all need to get beatings regularly. Oh, man. Crazy. Yeah, MS is wilding. I ain't even going to put that up. Yeah, I caught the extension cord. All of that, man. All of that. How many of y'all got beat with a shoe? And my mother had a vast shoe collection. She used to have mad shoes under the bed. Like, the hole underneath her bed was shoes. I used to get beat with shoes. Come on, man. Yep. So that's the old school cloth, man, right there. But yeah, there are a lot of similarities between old school parenting and the market. For sure. Yep. Yes, indeed. So the market is actually slowing down quite a bit. Of course, we will continue to observe. And as a matter of fact, the market is about to go back to 2 micro pips of distance between the strikes on this next binary. I'm going to have to change the size of the box. You guys will see that here in the next minute or so. See how big the box is now? I'm going to have to make it half of this size because the distance between the strikes is going to decrease. Right now, they are 4 pips apart, and they're going to adjust to 2 pips apart. So the market, the platform will do that every day with the binaries at 12:05. I think that it goes to 4 at 8 o'clock in the morning, if I'm not mistaken, right around the time for the U.S. session, and then it goes back at 12:05, back to two pips apart. So we're about to see that here in a second. Yep. Wait, hold on. What? Do I miss working? A job? Please don't ever ask me that again. Don't ever ask me that again. All right, yeah, here we go. So you see the strikes now? So now I have to cut the box in half. So now I got to adjust it, bring it up here. So now the new box is only 2 pips apart. All right. Yeah, no, I do not miss working on a job, not at all. See, now during my time when I was working, I did um make sure that I extracted value from whatever the job was, whether it was networking, um, keeping in contact with people, meeting new people, and just learning something from the job itself. I definitely made sure that I did that. It just made me more well rounded. But as far as working for somebody else, hell no. I don't miss that. Look. Oh shit. He said, yo, that wasn't me. That was my other personality. Yeah, because when I read the question, I was like, what? Felipe, what's happening? Yeah, Peleus. Yeah, that was his alter ego. Yeah, I was like, what? What kind of question is that? Shit. Hell no. Yeah, right. There you go. There you go. Like, man, I sure do miss picking this cotton. Nah. Yeah, but like I said, for what it's worth, and I always encourage people to do that. When you're on a job, you know, make sure that you receive some value from the job and make the most valuable use of your time there. Don't just be at work just there. Do something that will build something for your future so that, you can have something of benefit in the future that you took away from that job. I did that with every job I had, for sure. Yes, I did. And I encourage you to all do the same. Some plantations had some nice shade on it. Might even see a flower in the field. Y'all crazy. Yeah, I mean it feels good to be able to control literally like the income bracket that you're in. You're in control of what you want to do because of the availability of financial resources at all times. Like this gives us a freedom that is just not, you can't compare it to anything else. Just like I said a minute ago when I was talking about the senators, the majority leader, his income is 193,000 a year. When you're in position with one trade each week, you're gonna earn more than him or her. Like that's insane. Insane. So you'll make more money doing less. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. You're gonna make more money than them, all them senators, doing less. With no stress. All right. All right, so that's the end of that. All right, so That's it. I think I'm gonna wrap it up, man. Yeah, funny. Melody said we need a safe word. Oh, snap. Yeah, there you go. Working smarter, not harder. There it is. All right. So once again, y'all make sure that you check out the podcast from yesterday. If you didn't watch it, go back and watch that. We'll be back at it on Sunday evening. Next week, I do want to do another podcast because there was another topic that I wanted to cover. So I'll see if I can get that done maybe Monday. All right. And other than that, you know, y'all know what it is. Coffee and charts, live market observation. Something will be coming up next. And you'll make sure also over the weekend, when you'll play back these observations, look at the market. Look at how I'm moving the box and, you know, what I'm actually doing on the chart. And just pay attention to how the market look. It's a very good training tool because the box is one of the most powerful layers of stability that we have. That's why I always have it up on the chart. It's powerful. The only thing more powerful than the box is the range, because that's the first thing that we need to see. All right. All right, y'all. So y'all know what it is, man. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. So this is volume 28, live coffee and charts in the bag. Yep. All right. I will see y'all next week. Deuces. Dom de Monco, Dom de Monco.